Morning. It's in the AM. How everybody doing? Thanks those that thank you. Go to those that has viewed all of my readings. I'm just waking up. Said I'm gonna go and get at this. It's a Tuesday morning, early Tuesday morning. I put a little something in the stomach, wash the face, and we're gonna go and finish up Revelations. This morning we're gonna start with chapter 21, but I'm gonna reflect on something right quick. You know, the traditional church is scared to read Revelation, so over my time of living, I've always heard that you're not supposed to read it. You don't supposed to read it. And if you really have went in and viewed my spiritual readings, you would have caught the chapter that says, "He who reads this book is blessed." I can't stop waking up. You know what I mean? I could be dirtball tired. Ain't nothing got to be going on. I wake up and I lay down for 10 minutes and wake up. Not my heaven, not my God, but my oppressor's heaven and my oppressor's God try to take everything from me, and I ain't allowing it. It's so much that your maker can do, because your maker can intervene, but your mama and your daddy don't want to raise no ussy, right? Your mama and your daddy intentions as a parent is to raise a child is get up, defend themselves, stand on their own too, right? Then that go the same with my maker. Who knows what it gonna be when we get back to heaven. It may be a war brewing now that we don't know about. And I believe it is, because the devil and Satan out here trying to take as many souls as they can. And I feel I am that soul that's needed on both sides. Both sides want this. I give so much and I add so much to it. And I say this, let's love, let's understand first. If you can get some understanding in your heart, in your mind, love should, kind of like entwine together, you know what I mean? And like, share, comment, pass it on. Real talk, just pass it on, you know what I mean? Pass this on, for real. It can help. It can. There's a person out there just as retarded as I am, you know what I mean? And it took a retarded person to talk to a retarded person to get it. So I say this, love, understanding, pass it on. All right, let's go and get into Revelations 21. All things made new. All things made new. Now I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away. Also there was no more sea. Then I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. God himself will be with them and be their God. And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There should be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. There should be no more pain, for the former things have passed away. Then he who sat on the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said to me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said to me, It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give of the fountain of the water of life freely to him who thirsts. Sound like me? Y'all ever heard my song, I think it was Sky 4. I believe it was Sky 4. I was explaining how, not this room, in my living room. I do a lot of pacing after I smoke my weed, I be, stuff in my mind, so I just pace, keep myself busy to distract the things that's going through my mind. And this particular day, it was a demon in here. Yeah, it was a demon. Pulled my hand, I had a cup walking, you know what I mean? Pulled my hand, let me know I'm in here with you. And to back it up, let me back it up. When I first moved in here, I had 30 days to disinfect, clean it out. So after I got all my cleaning done in here, I prayed to whom I prayed, whom I prayed to Armin. And I asked Armin to, take these demons up out here. I also said to Armin, if there is any demons in here, then they stuck in here, I'm gonna kill them. So this may be years later, like I said, I can't remember. I released Sky 5 and excuse me. I released Sky 5 in 2020. So this was done to me the same year I moved in here. Cause I moved in here like July 2020. And it was weird, but I knew, had to been Satan asking me to come walk with him again. Tempting me, letting me know I'm in here with you. So when you need me, I'm there. And I'm so firm, so strong in my faith in whom I pray to. I did one of these numbers. The cup was I believe in my right hand, and I took my left hand, took the cup out, did like that, and that hole was released, and it took a while for me to want to even write about it or talk about it, and I said, I'm gonna put this in a song, and I never knew how to explain it, but my point is this. I'm a person that loves water. And I've always loved water over any beverage. I'll take water first. And my oppressor right now, they know I love water, so they try to kill me through water. They try to kill me through anything I consume. Got it? But whom I pray to, not gonna allow it, because I've been blessed with common sense. I got that coming out the womb, you know. And as long as you think, as long as you know that you're hated, you know, stop that thinking everybody love you. Stop that thinking everybody hates you. But know that you're hated. Know that you're loved. You know, a lot of us is confused because we try to look for love past our parents. You know we're hated past our parents. You know, but we don't get the understanding that there's other people besides our parents that love us. You know, and think. You know, you should know when a person loves you. And you should know when a person hates you. So let's get on back in this. Let's get on back into 21. He who overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the cowardly, unbelieving, abominable, murderers, sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the take which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Now, I was on TikTok a couple of days ago. These pastors, because I don't open up Only Faith Ministries, then ask the pastor on TikTok. So if you, you know, you got a page over there, you got an account over there, go and check me out. You know, and if you're really following me on Facebook, most of my promo reels, my clips, you know, to my spiritual readings, they're over there. You know what I mean? But it's some things that I'm gonna start making exclusive just for certain platforms, just for you. Cause there's people out here that don't, you know, they stick with one platform. You know what I mean? This is where they're at, Facebook. They ain't going nowhere else looking for nothing. You know, this is where they're at, TikTok. They ain't going nowhere else looking for nothing else. If it ain't on TikTok, they don't want to see it. So I'm gonna start doing some exclusive things, you know, that's just for that platform. And hopefully, you know, you make an account, you go check it out. Cause I'm gonna, you know, like I said, I'm gonna really like, it's just for that account. I'm not putting it nowhere else. And it might be some fruit you want to receive. But dude was talking about how you know, gay people go up under sexually immoral. So being that my phone right here, I'm gonna open up my phone and I'm gonna see what Webster tell me. I'm gonna see what Google got to tell me about being sexually immoral. You know, cause sexually immoral could be a rapist. Sexually immoral could, you know, be a child that been molested. Why does it have to be pointed towards gay people? But let me look this up. Now I know what sexually frustrated means. My wife used to do that to me. Definitions of sexual immorality. The evil ascribes to sexual acts that violate social conventions. Type of evil, immorality, inequity, wickedness, morally objectionable behavior. as I said, it could be for these molesters. It could be for these rapists. You got me? Let's leave these gay people alone because, see, I'm ready to put you in your place about gay people. I told you, whom I pray to is a Morphodite, and I know it's a Morphodite. You got me? Leave people alone because, see, whom you pray to, these gay people, pray to whom you pray to. They're a child of whom you pray to. They have more love in their heart than you straight people. Get your life together because, see, they're going to take you to the, you're going to be the one living in hell, talking all this mess up here on earth. And where we was at, because y'all peeing me off right now. Okay, let's go on into the New Jerusalem. Verse 9. Then one of the 7 angels who had the 7 vials filled with the 7 last plagues came to me and talked with me, saying, Come, I will show you the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God, having the glory of God. Her light was like a most precious stone, like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. Also she had a great and high wall with 12 gates and 12 angels at the gates, and names written on them, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. 3 gates on the east, 3 gates on the north, 3 gates on the south, and 3 gates on the west. Now the wall of the city had 12 fountains, and on them were the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. Now we know Jesus was the Lamb. You know, so, you know, the Last Supper showed 12 and Jesus. Now, if I'm correct in saying this, you know, Judas in hell. So Mary had to end up being one of the 12 apostles, right? She just went on and put her place on in there after they, you know, after Judas gave his soul over to Satan, right? You know, so that's my understanding of what I'm reading. You know, because I know Judas ain't in heaven. Judas can't be in heaven. You know what I mean? Can't be. There's no way possible. You kill it. You give up the son. You deny the son. And you think you going to some paradise. You going in that fire. Yeah. That's where you going. You went against all that's righteous because you didn't believe. Because you had no faith, because you had no glory in you. And that tells me, and that should tell you, that person not going to stand with you in your conviction. Whether your conviction wrong, whether your conviction is right, that person not going to stand with you. And see, let me explain to you something about what I said, because see, somebody going to take that, turn it around. Because see, I don't stand with my mama, nor my brother, nor my family, nor no one when they're wrong. But if you're walking in a righteous path, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. You got me? Jesus was walking in a righteous path. Not an unrighteous path, a righteous path. So I'm with you. Judas was walking with Jesus in a righteous path and denied Jesus because he was scared to be crucified. Never be scared of death. That's something you should never be scared of. Honestly speaking, death is a beautiful thing. You got me? The way you go can be ugly, but death is beautiful. Death should tell you these things right here. That person's time is up on earth, and whom that person prayed to has called them where? Home. That person has fulfilled their journey. That person is needed, in the heavens, or that person is no longer needed here on earth, and it's time to go on and get rid of that soul and burn that soul. Go on, put that soul down there where it's gonna be, because the Almighty God has no more use, has no more understanding that this soul will change. Now where we was at. Verse 14, now the wall of the city had 12 fountains, and on them were the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he who talked with me had a gold reed to measure the city, its gates and its wall. The city is laid out as a square, its length is as great as its breadth. And he measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs, its length, breadth, and height are equal. Then he measured its wall, 144 cubits, according to the measures of a man, that is, of an angel. The construction of its wall was of jasper, and the city was pure gold like clear glass. The fountains of the wall of the city were adorned with all kinds of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third chalcedony, the fourth emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th chrysoprase, the 11th jacinth, and the 12th amethyst. The 12 gates were 12 pearls. Each individual gate was of one pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold like transparent glass. Now this is the New Jerusalem, you know. And as it said, you know, you see Jerusalem coming down from the new, you know, Jerusalem coming down from the heavens. It's a city already made, you know what I mean? So what that is, heaven on earth? Is that heaven on earth? Is it heaven on earth? And see, I said to people a long time ago, you know, I believe that sun is hell. So you can go on and pray to it, because all I do is take energy from it. You know, on a good day, that sun nice and beaming, hot, and ain't nothing in the way, I go on and hold my arms out, pull my head back, and I take the energy. I'll never pray to it. I'll never pray to it, but I'll take the energy from it. You got me? And so, sound like heaven on earth, you know. You take these demons up out here, take Satan up out here. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. You know, when you think about yourself as a kid, having no words, it's a beautiful place, ain't it? Isn't it a beautiful place? The BS in our life start attacking us when we get older, because if we're set in our ways and it haven't been explained to us, haven't been nurtured in us, that sooner or later we're going to become an adult and we're going to have to stand on our own too. We get rebellious. So that means you have never been taught, you haven't been raised to be a man or a woman. Let's go and get into verse 22. The glory of the New Jerusalem, but I saw no temple in it, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are its temple. Got me? This is a temple. Your body is a temple. Your vessel is a temple. You don't supposed to pollute this. You don't supposed to pollute this. You don't supposed to, you know, you're supposed to treat this with some care. This vessel is supposed to be treated with care. It came in the world with care. When you leave, it should be treated with care. care, inside and out. The city had no need of the sun or of the moon to shine in it, for the glory of God illuminated it. The Lamb is its light, and the nations of those who are saved shall walk in its light, and the kings of the earth bring their glory and honor into it. Its gates shall not be shut at all. By day there shall be no night there, and they shall bring the glory and the honor of the nations into it. But there shall by no means enter it anything that defiles or causes an abomination or a lie, but only those who are written in the Lamb's book of life. Well, at the end of chapter 21, and peep this out. How many of y'all know where King James from? Cause see, I said something to y'all that y'all may not have understood unless you researched it. I said in my spiritual readings, most religion has a Jewish and an Arabic influence. See, Alexander the Great did two things. Mix people to bring one race. The second thing Alexander the Great that I believe, I don't know how much evidence is to it, but I know that I've read the religious books from the southern cultures, and they're about the same. They're about the same. You know what I mean? Judaism is Islam. It's from Islam. Got me? They can deny it. They can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the same way King James rewrote the word of Christ, this holy Bible, Judaism was rewritten by, I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing else from y'all Muslims. I don't want to hear nothing from the Islam community. But I said what I said, and I meant what I said, and what I found out today, because I really never studied King James. King James was a Scot. Got me? You know what a Scot is? Scotland is part of the United Kingdom. Do you know where the United Kingdom is at? It's in Europe. So what Alexander the Great did after they conquered Egypt, because see, that's where religion started. You know, that's the first religious book. The Egyptian Book of the Dead is the first religious book to ever be written on this planet. It is recorded. Your European brothers and sisters recorded the first civilization, the first known place that life existed, that life had leveled up, had forged a better way of living, was over in Kemet, Upper Africa. So I'm going to say Africa, thank you. Thank you very much. I love y'all. I really do. I really, really, really do. Got it? But these Kemites, they was blessed, you know. And if we did fall with Satan and we landed in Africa, can you see how intelligent we are as a nation? Can you see how we took nothing? Now, we had food, you know, we had land, but we had to figure out how to take a tree, build a house, take some mud and some water, build some bricks to make a brick home. We had to learn how to take berries and fruits to make makeup for the women. We had to learn how to take precious metals, beat them down, add some fire to them, reshape them, and make something into a shape. So we are some intelligent individuals, and the Egyptian Book of Dead is written in English. So when I tell you, I don't care what religious book you pick up, if it's written in English, ask for some understanding and use your common sense. Because see, what made it so easy for me to skim through that big book, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, because I already studied this. I already studied the other 6 cultures' religion, and it all was the same. There's a book, there's a chapter, really, let me say chapter, missing in the Egyptian Book of Dead that through my studies, I was told is part of the Lost Scrolls. I read what I could read of the Lost Scrolls. I'm never going to say I remember them because I didn't have a lot of time to like really keep studying them. Keep studying them. Because I was on something else in Kemet. I was really focused on a lot more in Kemet than to focus a lot into the Lost Scrolls. But it's a passage, it's some chapters that's in Psalms. I'm gonna go and give you the fruit. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and give you the fruit. I met a woman when I was working at Amazon named Madison, and we build about that. I never asked her, did she touch it? I never asked her, did she have it? Because see, my brother, that Willie Stanley Jr. Boo Boo, whole lot of devil in that thing. Yeah, he been told me he the devil advocate, so he out here doing what for the devil? Because if you an advocate, what you doing for the devil? Promoting the devil, right? So 9 times out of 10, you know, he passed that on to her, which I try to tell a lot of people, right? Ain't nothing dumb about me. I would set a trap to understand the future. So if he did tell Madison that she was put in that Amazon building for whatever reason, for whatever reason, you got what I'm saying? She way younger than me. You know, way younger, little sexy little thing too. She was sexy. Yeah, she can get it. She can get it. I take her down the altar too, because one thing about it, she came to work. She really did, you know. But Alexander the Great gave the Arabics, you know, the Jews, dominion over religion. You know, I don't care what, you know, culture you're from. If Alexander the Great really did conquer the world, your religious book is tainted. You know, and reading that today, knowing where King James is from, I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, God Almighty, religion is so close to each other. I don't care from what continent, what culture you come from. Religion is so close together, but we let the ignorance push us so far apart. So, who understand the puppet master? So if the Arabics are the puppet master, the Jews are the puppet master, why? Why do you want to put cultures against each other? Why? I don't have to call you the devil. Your works show the devil. I don't have to beat you down and I don't have to bash you about nothing. Your works will show it. Look, this the Nasty Pastor. Only Faith Ministry. Remember to love. Remember to always have understanding. Remember to slow yourself down enough to see the world for what it is. I'm out. I love you.